So in the earlier video we talked about scribing, so I've got the same piece that I scribed here before, and I briefly showed you some of the weathering powders that I use. So these are the weathering powders by Tamir. So just in the front here I'll show you all the different kinds. But this one, which is got the sand tone, light sand and mud. This one here was the snow, the soot and the rust. So these two are really good for military type vehicle weathering. Then we've got orange rust, gunmetal and silver. So these are probably good for aircraft, I would say. Good for tanks as well. This is more of a metallic type of weathering. Then you've got the burnt blue, burnt red and oil stains. These are jet type exhaust colours, also for motorcycle exhaust, like on the super bikes and such. Over here we've got the yellow, the grey and the green. These are dry brushing type, which is one I'm going to be using shortly. And then we've got titanium, gunmetal and copper. So there again, these are good for metallic weathering. Motorcycles as well is quite common, and F1 cars. And then we've got the two flesh type tones. So you've got your salmon, your caramel, your chestnut, and then you've got pale orange, ivory and peach. Now with these, they're basically pigments which are mixed in with a wax carrier. So pigments by themselves are really great, but they're dry, and you need to work out a way of fixing them onto the model. Now if you're new to all this, these make it really easy, because inside the container you've got your three different tones, and then we've got an applicator included. So applicator has a sponge end, then also a brush end. You usually apply it with the sponge end, and then you can blend it with the brush. So I'll give you a quick look here. Now the reason for putting the wax into these is it helps it adhere to the surface. So let's use a darker tone because we've got a light piece here. I'll just rub this so it's over the sponge, we'll coat it over there. And just say we want to dry brush highlight these parts here which are raised, you just gently rub over the top, like so. And it'll highlight all these panel lines. So that might be a bit subtle, but you'll see. And then, you know, you can rub it down as well. You rub it off. Or you can blend it with this brush. Now what I might do is I'll find something dark, which will probably show it up a bit better. So I'll be back in just a sec. Okay, back again. I've got something a bit darker in colour. This is my standard demo type of plastic. So you might see I've used it for scribing as well. So at any time if you want a demonstration, quite welcome to come into the store. For a scribing demo or a weathering demo, I'll just quickly show you what it does. And it's a bit easy to see in the flesh too. Let's start with here. So I've got the darker bit of plastic. I'll go with a lighter tone. It should highlight it a bit better. So these are all sunk in letters. So just say, I'll just brush it across the top. So you see how they're all coming up now. Okay, so it's easy like that. Now you see parts here, if you want to blend them, just use your brush and you rub it down like so. Make it a bit smoother. You can rub it off much more with your fingers or something else. And again you can highlight where you need it. Okay, so this is a dry brushing colour set. So it's meant to look like the edges are worn and it highlights the edges, like so. Put that there, let's try a different colour. So let's overcoat it with a bit of darker brown. And you see the transition, how it's gone a bit softer. Okay, so with the waxing, you see how it just sticks on the surface, even though this is very smooth, it's there. And with a dry pigment, that would normally all come off. Now you can rub that back. So you can manipulate it until you get it to the point where you're happy with. And you could leave it like that, if you like. If you don't handle your model too much, it'll stay there, no problem. If you want to seal it in, you can just put a clear coat over the top. Like clear, semi-gloss clear, it'll all work and that'll seal it and it'll be permanent. But you can see how versatile it is. And then if you do a mistake, you don't like it at all, you can rub it all off. So there you go. It's all off, and then you just start again. So you see how this colour is much more subtle. So Tamir weathering powders, simple like that. Thanks for watching.